Today's recipe is baked vegan mushroom croquettes with roasted garlic aioli. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Charlotte. For today's recipe, I took inspiration from Japanese meat and potato croquettes. I decided to make it vegan by substituting with some cremini mushrooms. The mushrooms add a lot of flavor and a nice texture to these vegan croquettes. To pair with these vegan croquettes, I'm going to show you how to make a homemade roasted garlic aioli. This is great as a party snack, or if you're like me, you would go to great lengths to make something you're craving. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and let's get into the video. You're going to need 2 russet potatoes, about 450 grams. Peel off the skin on both potatoes. Slice the potatoes into 1-inch thick pieces. Then slice them into quarters and making sure they're all about the same size so that they all finish cooking at the same time. In a pot, boil 3 cups of water. When the water is boiling, add in the potatoes. While the potatoes are boiling, dice half of a white onion. After about 20 minutes, your potatoes should be fully cooked and fork tender. Transfer the potatoes to a large bowl. While the potatoes are still hot and steaming, mash the potatoes. This will help get rid of a lot of the water vapor, and it will get the potatoes as dry as possible so that it will be easier for us to form them into croquette shapes. Dice 200 grams of cremini mushrooms into 1/4-inch pieces. In a hot pan, melt 1 tablespoon of vegan butter. Once the butter has melted, sauté the onions on medium heat. When the onions become translucent after a few minutes, add in the cremini mushrooms. Sauté on medium-high heat to get out all the water from the mushrooms. After a couple minutes, a lot of the water will be coming out of the mushrooms. Sauté the mushrooms until there's no more liquid coming out from them, and you can see that the bottom of the pan is dry. Transfer the sautéed mushrooms into the mashed potatoes. Then add 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper. Then combine everything well. I'm using a tablespoon to measure out the potato mixture so that all the croquettes are all the same size. I combined 2 tablespoons of potato mixture to make 1 croquette. Use your hands to gently form them into little log shapes. Just like that, it doesn't have to be perfect. This recipe makes 20 croquettes. Place the potato balls onto a lined baking tray. Once you've formed all the potato balls, place it in the fridge for it to chill and firm up while we prepare the other ingredients. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Make a quick buttermilk with half a cup of soy milk and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Stir to combine and let that sit to thicken up. Since we're making baked croquettes, I'm going to toast up the panko crumbs on the pan. The panko crumbs don't really get much color when you bake them in the oven, so if you want that golden brown crust, you will have to toast them on the pan until they're golden brown. Combine 1 1/4 cups of panko crumbs with 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Combine well so that the panko crumbs are evenly coated with the oil. Toast the panko crumbs on the pan on low heat. Stir the panko crumbs constantly so that they toast evenly. Once they're this golden brown color, remove it from the pan. After a few minutes, your buttermilk should be nice and thick like this. In a separate bowl, measure out a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Remove the tray of potato balls from the fridge. First, coat them in the flour and then shake off any excess. Carefully dip it in the buttermilk and making sure all the surface is covered and coated in the buttermilk. Then place it in the bowl of panko crumbs. You can either use a fork or your hands to coat them in a nice even layer of panko crumbs. Once all the potatoes are coated, spray them with some cooking oil. Bake them in the preheated oven for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, remove them from the oven and let them cool on the tray for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to make our roasted garlic aioli. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees. You'll need 1 head of garlic. Remove the outer layers of the garlic. Slice off the top part, exposing the garlic cloves. Place the head of garlic into a muffin tin. Drizzle on some vegetable oil on top. Cover with another muffin tin. Roast in the oven for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, your garlic should be nice and soft. Once the garlic is cool enough to handle, use your hands or a spoon to remove the garlic cloves. Use a fork to mash the garlic into a paste. Add 1 cup of vegan mayonnaise to the garlic, as well as 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir to combine. Now it's time to enjoy the mushroom croquettes with our garlic aioli. Let's try our croquettes. Here's a little close-up. I'm going to dip it in my roasted garlic aioli. The roasted garlic aioli just brings it to another level. It's just so delicious. This garlic aioli just goes so This garlic aioli goes so well with this croquette. Super garlicky and slightly tangy and creamy. This aioli would go so well with some french fries or on a sandwich. Yeah, this is one of my favorite recipes I've made so far. I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. Subscribe for more recipes like these. I apologize for all this drilling noise, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next Wednesday for a new video.